Selamat sejahtera. Ta chào hao. Vanakkam. How are you all? All right. I would appreciate some enthusiasm tonight because, we're going to have to hear why Muda is standing in Bandar Utama. Before that, I'm Raja, also known as VKK Raja. A lot of people are just calling me VKK. I'll tell you later. And I'm your candidate for Bukit Gasing, Dun 34. It is indeed a pleasure to actually speak in Bandar Utama. This is actually next door to Bukit Gasing, and we have very, very much a lot of similarities as far as demographic is concerned. Predominantly Chinese, and then we have Indians and Malays. Now, what makes it unique is that we are a very diverse society, and we treasure that. In fact, we want that to remain. And Muda wants to represent that. I come from a family of businessmen. Some of you might read about it, that I have a few companies. But this wouldn't be possible for the hard work that my ancestors have done, my grandfather, my father. And they have actually worked very hard for where we are. It's actually a privilege and an honor. Why politics then, if I'm having a very comfortable life? The notion that I would like to do my part to make sure there's enough nation building in this country. We want to make sure that our children are taken care of. I want to make sure that our parents are taken care of. These are the things that is my concern. And it's also Abby's. We want to leave a legacy for the next generation. She has been an environmentalist. She's been talking about preserving the nature. I know her since Ipoh days, and the fact that I know what she's been doing with Earth 999. And it's remarkable because the thing is, Malaysia is actually now backtracking a lot of environmental concerns. We need to actually take a step and say that we need to protect our environment. And some of you actually would have seen the overdevelopment of apartments. There are concerns in the sense that local councillors are looking at overdevelopment as a way of introducing new projects. That should be stopped because it has more harm than any benefit for the current residents itself. We need better representation when it comes to maintenance of our parks. We need effective leadership when we talk about who represents us in the State Assembly. Not someone who actually says, look, this is a safe deposit, we want to make sure that the party is like, no, because the thing is, we need to make sure that your interest, your concern is taken care of. That is our primary goal. A lot of reasons have been given why some reforms cannot be taken place. In the last 6 months, there have been numerous and countless reforms that have been stopped, which were promised to you in the last PRU. Now I ask you, now whose agenda is the current government playing? Is it PH agenda or is it BN's agenda? And that I would like to ask you, who is driving initiatives to make sure that who we voted for is what we get? Ask yourself. You have believed in some of the reforms that we wanted. We believed. The leadership in Muda believed that we can actually bring about changes, positive changes, progressive changes. But that is not happening. Oh no, it takes time. It takes a lot of time to actually get this working. Now I ask you, they have 148 Member of Parliament supporting the unity government, including Sadiq. Right? There's enough stability in the government currently. What is stopping them? Now, I would like to touch about PJ dealing. I think most contentious very argumentative, because the thing is, right, when we started championing, because the volunteers in Say No PJD Link came up to us, look, no one is actually voicing our concern. No one is actually coming up for our assistance. We stepped up. And that opened up state government's worry. Someone else is now carrying the torch. And we have decided to do it purely because we are concerned also with the residents. It leaves a lot of destruction. It leaves a lot of pollution. Residents will have to now leave because it harms the quality of living. We need to stop this. The caretaker MB has decided to cancel it conveniently during a campaign. And then after 24 hours, he decided to flip-flop and say that, no, we will review it again. Now, why this sudden change of heart when they had the reports months ahead? I ask you, what is so secret about those reports? How much money are they making at the expense of the residents? Most of Bukit is going to be affected by this development. We are an aging society. They are asking, where do I go? If this highway is going to be now covering my house. Most of the houses are now empty. Commercial lots are down by 40%. Values are now by 30%. Where do we go? It's going to be a ghost town because of the aging population. They're like, I can't stay here because it's now disturbing the quality of living for me. Who are we protecting? Are we protecting the developer? Are we protecting the citizens? Or the residents and all? This is why we need to vote Muda to have a voice, the loudest voice in the State Assembly, to make sure that we question their integrity, their transparency and inclusivity when they are actually approving this project. Can we do that? Can we vote Muda in this state election to have that voice? I could have been in my cushy job, earning millions. But I'm here to support the cause. I believe in Muda. There are the multiracial society who will support us to make sure that we take that torch to the next generation. We want to leave that legacy to our children. Believe us, we'll be the loudest and the most transparent bunch in the State Assembly. We will be your voice. With that, I shall not take too much of your time. Vote for Abby Lim in Dun. Bandar Utama. Can we do that? Thank you.
Everyone, sorry for the formality again. My name is Abby, and I'm Muda's candidate from Bandar Utama. If you know me, I'm a person of very few words. I am a very observant person. For example, this basketball court. There's so many cracks on it. I'm already thinking of a solution. And that is why I wrote like a long love letter for you guys in Bandar Utama. So allow me to refer to my book. That it's operational. And I've spoke to the residents. It's been from 2019, 2018. 8 units of aircon. What a waste of taxpayers' money. And as a result, the aircons are just there, dormant, and the hall is empty. And this story is just a glimpse of a bigger picture. We have potholes plastered with short-term solutions. When I went to Kayu Ara, the residents were showing me how there's a lot of holes on the ground, but it's all fixated with cement. Sorry, I didn't pronounce that. But all these are short-term solutions that uses taxpayers' money like ours. Why are they not thinking of long-term solutions? Apart from that, I also observed that there are 2 touchscreen, very fancy vending machines in the PPR flats. Why do you think the PPR flat residents need a high-class touchscreen vending machine when they're struggle just to feed themselves. And those food in the vending machine, they're not even subsidized. But the government is giving them, 100 tokens every month to spend from that vending machine, which doesn't make sense to me. Allocation should be used wisely. And, we talk about old pipes, abandoned cars, interconnectivity between public transportation and pedestrian accessibility, which is also filled with all types of different size of holes. That affects the congestion in Bandar Utama. And if you look at Bandar Utama, the first thing that a lot of you will know that it is jammed, it's congested. You would need to strategically plan your day to, enter Bandar Utama or leave Bandar Utama. And the people in BU spend almost 2 hours in their cars every day. 45 minutes to work, 45 minutes back. That's a lot of time lost. But why isn't anyone trying to do anything about that? Are your voices being heard? Is this your concerns? Well, my solution is implementing bus lanes so that, buses can be on time and reliable. Right now, none of the buses in Bandar Utama is on time at all. And we wonder why. To a priority. We need parks that are well maintained, not take 2-3 years just to patch up a crack. Where is the efficiency of it? There is no accountability. We need parks that are well maintained with long-term solutions, not short-term. Animals. Why are generous people, why are kind people taking advantage of? And with this method, the population will decrease and our communities will become safer. And when we have set up an effective structured governance, we will have people-first urban planning, and then we will have holistic government and environment. And this is how Bandar Utama said, if you choose an alternative party besides PH, you are punishing yourself and not Pakatan Harapan. That does not sound like accountability to me at all. If you lose seats, it is because the people have found you complacent. And that is the power of the people. And the people's choice is not a punishment. And I just want to end my speech with a reminder to our beloved caretakers, Lango, MV Amiruddin, to not disrespect your people by hiding the PJD link agreement and release the reports to the people to have their own opinion on this matter. Because I have a feeling that you will betray the people again in the future. So please, prove me wrong for the betterment of our society. And let's focus on creating a Malaysia that works for everyone, no matter your race or religion, and where the welfare of the people comes first. Thank you.